Are live. Okay.
Woo!
Welcome everyone to my birthday extravaganza read through of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. This is probably one of my favorite movies. I remember watching it when I forget how old I was, but I thought this would be a fun thing to do since we all can't be together right now because of COVID. There's a lot of things going on, but I thought this would be a great way for all of us to just be together and enjoy this and have a little bit of levity and joy in these difficult times. So part of this, as for my birthday, I'm having a fundraiser for the Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a legal and advocacy group that's dedicated to fighting hate and bigotry and seeking justice for the most vulnerable members of our society. And they use litigation, education, and other forms of advocacy. And they work towards a day when the ideals of equal justice and equal opportunity will be a reality. So if you feel so inclined, any donation amount is greatly appreciated. You can go to donate.splcenter.org and feel free to donate as much or as you can contribute. I appreciate it. And let's see. Oh, before we start, I know it's my birthday, it's coming up. We also have another birthday that we just celebrated and who's here in our cast tonight. Lauren Kareem just celebrated her birthday, so I thought we'd give her a little shout out as well for her birthday.
21.
Happy 21st.
Forever.
Forever 21. All right. So before we get started, let's introduce the cast. I'll introduce myself first. I'm Josh Port. This is for my birthday. And I'll be playing the role of Cameron Fry and also be reading some stage directions in the later part of the show. And then with that, let's go to Kevin Hudson.
Me? Why me? I'm not that important. Fine. My name is Kevin Hudson. I am playing the role of every line that isn't spoken for about 40 minutes. I mean, every line that isn't spoken by a character. And then snooty waiter man. I mean, snotty waiter man. After that. And then I think I'll be pretty silent for the rest of the time.
Awesome. All right. Chris, let's go with you.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Ryman, and I will be reading the part of Ferris Bueller.
Very cool. Carla.
Hello, I am Carla Benamis, playing the part of Tom Bueller, and then econ teacher, and then Charlie Sheen, and definitely looking forward to gender bending some roles there. There's going to be lots of lesbian couples here.
Awesome. Marley.
I'm Marley Newman. Hello, lovely to be here. I'm playing radio DJ, Grace the secretary, and the singing nurse.
All right. Amy.
Hi, I'm Amy Nelson. I'm going to play the part of Gummy Bear Girl and some stage directions and Adamson, Shermer Girl 2, and Freshman Girl.
All right. Lauren Kareem.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm going to play Jeannie Bueller, otherwise known as Shauna, apparently.
Shauna.
Shauna.
Who knew?
All right.
My bae.
Elsie.
Yep.
Elsie.
I'm Lauren Caruso, and I'm going to be playing the part of Simone Adamsley, then Sloan Peterson, and then the bus driver.
All right. Margie.
Hi, I'm Margie Wilkinson. I am playing Shimmer Girl number 1 and Nurse Florence Sparrow.
All right. Megan.
Hey, I'm Megan, and I'm playing Katie Bueller, and also freshman boy number 2.
My other bae.
Right. Justin.
Hey everybody, I'm Justin Mark Alvarez. I'll be playing a handful of roles: Adams, freshman boy 1, fundraising student, the cook, and the attendant.
All right, and last but not least, Jorge. You're on mute. Jorge, you're on mute.
the most experienced director out of all of us is on mute and you can't figure out how to take it off.
Rooney.
All right, here we go. Sorry, I was on the screenplay. I'm Jorge, and I'm playing Ed Rooney, detective and freshman boy 3.
All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking times out of your day to be here. And I think without further ado, let's get started. Hit it.
Is it me? Okay. Over a black screen, we hear a voiceover of a radio jockey and the jingle of WKLS.
It's a beautiful day in Chicago today. Temperatures expected to reach the upper 70s. Right now, 75 at the lakefront, 74 at Midway, 73 at O'Hare. And now, up in the sky, Don Nelson.
Fade to establishing shot exterior, the Bueller home. An idyllic 2-story house in the Chicago suburbs. 3 cars sit in the driveway as dogs bark in the background, setting the scene for what should be an eventful day. Katie Bueller and Tom Bueller are getting ready for their day off screen when they discover a seemingly very ill Ferris Bueller.
Ferris? Ferris? Tom!
What's the matter?
Oh, it's Ferris.
What? What's wrong?
What's wrong? For Christ's sake, look at him, honey.
Cut to Ferris's bedroom. Ferris Bueller lying sideways on his bed, his mouth agape and staring straight ahead, almost zombie-like and very, very sick. Katie sighs, seeing her son in such a horrible state has her worried.
Ferris?
Ferris looks up at his parents as they stare down at him with concerned looks.
He doesn't have a fever, but he says his stomach hurts and he's seeing spots.
What's the matter, Ferris?
Ferris blinks his eyes, raises his head with great effort, squinting up at his parents.
Papa?
Honey, feel his hands. They're cold and clammy.
Ferris pulls his hand out from under his pillow and reaches out to his father, who holds his hand to feel. If they are as cold and clammy as Katie says they are, he nods in agreement with his wife.
It's fine. I get up.
No!
No!
I have a test today.
No, you...
Katie forces Ferris back into bed as he continues to protest. She covers him with a blanket.
I have to take it. I want to go to a good school so I can have a fruitful life.
Honey, you're not going to school like this now.
Enter Jeannie Bueller, Ferris's sister. She taps her feet and fingers, skeptical of Ferris's motives.
Oh, fine. What's this? What's his problem?
He doesn't feel well.
Yeah, right. Dry that one out. You can fertilize the lawn.
Jeannie? Is that you? I can't see that far, Jeannie. Jeannie,
Ferris uses every ounce of energy as he reaches toward Jeannie, blinking his eyes to focus and regain his sight, but faints back into the bed dramatically. Jeannie flips him off suddenly, as if she's wiping something from the side of her mouth with her middle finger.
Bite the big one, Junior.
Thank you, Jeannie. You get to school.
Ferris winks, egging his sister on.
Wait, you're letting him stay home? If I was bleeding out my eyes, you guys would make me go to school. This is so unfair.
Jeannie, please don't be upset with me. You have your health. Be thankful.
Ferris motions to Jeannie to stay quiet, not revealing that his sickness is all but a ruse to get his gullible yet caring parents. He moans in fake pain, milking the sympathy of Katie and Tom. They turn back to him, concerned as ever.
That's it. I want out of this family.
I'm okay. I just sleep. Maybe I'll have an aspirin around noon.
Now, listen, I'm showing some houses to that family from Vermont today, so I'll be in the area. Now, my office will know just where I am if you need me, okay?
Okay.
I'll check on you too, pal.
It's nice to know that I have such loving, caring parents. You're both very special people.
Katie kisses Ferris's forehead as they leave his room.
Now you get better, Pumpkin.
Hey, Pumpkin.
I'll be home at 6 sharp. If you need anything, call.
Ringy dingy.
We love you, sweetie.
I love you too.
Call if you need us.
With the coast clear, Ferris gets up, checks the door, and looks at the camera, speaking directly to the audience, a sly grin across his face.
They bought it.
Cut to a television playing loud rock music with the MTV logo appearing. It's gonna be a wild day off.
Incredible. One of my worst performances of my career, and they never doubted it for a second.
Ferris opens the curtains to greet the day. It's sunny and in the 70s. I thought this was in the 80s. Clouds dot a crystal blue sky.
How could I possibly be accepted to go to school on a day like this?
Ferris adjusts the sound and balance on his stereo as Love Missile F-111 by, help me, how do you pronounce that name? Plays in the background. We don't have the budget to license this song.
This is my 9th sick day this semester. It's getting pretty tough coming up with new illnesses. If I go for 10, I'm gonna have to barf up a lung. So I better make this one count.
Ferris sits down to tie a string to a trophy, part of his never-ending scheme to trick his parents and school. He gives a lesson on faking illnesses to the audience.
The key to faking out parents is the clammy hands. It's a good, non-specific symptom. I'm a big believer in it. A lot of people will tell you that a good phony fever is a deadlock, but you get a nervous mother, you could wind up in a doctor's office. That's worse than school. You fake a stomach cramp. When you're bent over, moaning and wailing, you lick your palms. It's a little childish and stupid, but then so is high school.
Interior, Bueller family home. Ferris walks down the hallway to get ready for a shower.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Interior bathroom. Ferris gets ready for a shower.
Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I do have a test today. That wasn't bullshit.
Ferris is now rocking a shampoo mohawk.
It's on European socialism. I mean, really, what's the point? I'm not European, and I don't plan to be European, so who gives a crap if they're socialists? They could be fascist anarchists, and it still wouldn't change the fact that I don't own a car.
Ferris grabs a shower head like a microphone and starts singing Donkey Shine by Wayne Newton.
I recall Central Park in fall, how you tore your dress. What a mess, I confess.
Interior hallway later. Ferris is now out of the shower and his head is wrapped in a towel.
It's not that I condone fascism, or any isms for that matter. Isms, in my opinion, are not good. A person shouldn't believe in an ism. He should believe in himself. I quote John Lennon, "I don't believe in Beatles, I just believe in me." A good point there. After all, he was the walrus. I could be the walrus, and I'd still have to bum rides off of people.
Cut to interior, Shermer High School economics class. An economics teacher, who we all know and love, calls roll in a dull drone of a voice. Students can barely stay awake as he calls out names in alphabetical order.
Adams.
Here.
Adamley.
Here.
Adamowski. Adamson.
Here.
Adler.
Here.
Anderson. Anderson.
Here.
Bueller. 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 Bueller.
He's sick. My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid who's going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
Thank you, Simone.
No problem whatsoever.
Fry. Fry. Fry.
Cut to exterior, Cameron Fry's home. We see Cameron Fry's home, a large estate surrounded by trees and nature, a luxurious overlook in suburban Chicago. Interior Fry home, a phone rings next to a bed where a lethargic, sickly Cameron Fry rests in bed. The room is dark and the curtains drawn. There are bottles of Vicks and tissues strewn about the room. A hand reaches out to answer the phone on speaker, and a sickly voice answers.
Hello.
Cameron, babe, what's happening?
Very little.
How do you feel?
Shredded.
Is your mother in the room?
She's in Decatur, Unfortunately, she's not staying. Where are you?
Cut to exterior pool. Ferris is lounging by the pool in bathing shorts, drinking what I assume is a mocktail from a Hawaiian-themed glass.
I'm taking the day off. Now get dressed and come over.
I can't, stupid. I'm sick.
That's all in your head. Come on over.
I feel like complete shit, Ferris. I can't go anywhere.
I'm sorry to hear that. Now come over and pick me up.
Ferris hangs up the phone, disgusted that his best friend would prefer to wallow in his own sorrow than enjoy a day off. Cut to Cameron's bedroom. Cameron hangs up the phone as well, staring up at the ceiling, contemplating his existence.
I'm dying.
The phone rings again at Cameron's house. He answers the speakerphone from the bed, still laying down. It's Ferris again.
You're not dying. You just can't think of anything good to do.
Ferris hangs up the phone. Cameron grimaces from hearing a harsh truth.
If anybody needs a day off, it's Cameron. He has a lot of things to sort out before he graduates. He can't be wound up this tight and go to college. His roommate will kill him.
Cut back to Cameron's bedroom. We look overhead at Cameron sulking in bed. The room is a mess with empty mugs, half full glasses of orange juice. He sings a spiritual song.
When Cameron was in Egypt's land, let my Cameron go.
Pardon my French, but Cameron is so tight that if you stuck a lump of coal up his ass, in 2 weeks you'd have a diamond.
Internal, Caning and Stay, realtors. Katie Bueller is at work. She answers the phone.
Katie Bueller.
This is Edward R. Rooney, Dean of Students.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to call.
Then you are aware that your son is not in school today?
Yes, I am. Ferris is homesick. I had a meeting first thing this morning. I should have called, but it completely slipped my mind. I'm really very sorry.
Cut to Dean's office, Shermer High School. A secretary, Grace, picks pencils out of her hair while scenes of students rushing to class cut in and out the conversation between Rooney and Katie Bueller.
Are you also aware, Mrs. Bueller, that Ferris does not have what we consider to be an exemplary attendance record?
I don't understand.
He has missed an unacceptable number of school days. In the opinion of this educator, Ferris is not taking his academic growth seriously. Now, I've spent my morning examining his records. If Ferris thinks he can just coast through this last month and still graduate, he's sorely mistaken. I have no reservation whatsoever about holding him back another year.
This is all news to me.
Usually is. So far this semester, he has been absent 9 times.
Katie is shocked. How could Ferris have been absent 9 times?
9 times?
9 times.
I don't remember him being sick 9 times.
That's probably because he wasn't sick. He was skipping school. Wake up and smell the coffee, Mrs. Bueller. It is a fool's paradise. He's just leading you down the primrose path.
I can't believe it.
I've got it right here in front of me. He has missed 9 days.
Rooney stares at his computer in astonishment. The number of days absent suddenly goes from 9 to 8 to 7, all the way down to 2 in real time, as if someone is manipulating the number. Cut to, Ferris's bedroom. Ferris finishes his handiwork on the computer, having rectified, sorry. Damn it. Shouldn't have typed on my computer because now I lost the whole, sorry guys. I'm not gonna do that again. There we go. Found it.
Oh, you get it? Okay.
His handiwork on the computer, having rectified his permanent record from the comfort of his bedroom.
I asked for a car. I got a computer. How's that for being born under a bad sign?
Cut to Rooney's office. Rooney is enraged at the sight of Ferris's antics. He calls out to his secretary.
Grace?
Grace doesn't respond. She's currently too busy sniffing whiteout.
Grace?
Look, I can give you every assurance, Mr. Rooney, that Ferris is home and that he is very ill. I debated whether or not I should even leave him.
Grace?
I can appreciate that at this time of year, children are prone to taking the day off. However, in Ferris's case, I can assure you he is truly a very sick boy.
Cut back to Ferris's bedroom. Ferris is wearing a fedora and playing clarinet. He doesn't sound good at all.
Never had one lesson.
Interior economics class. The economics teacher is continuing to teach his class in pure monotone. Students are falling asleep, some even drooling on their desk. They have glazed over eyes as they listen to their teacher.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the the Great Depression, passed the the tariff bill, the Holly Smoot Tariff Act, which raised or lowered tariffs in an effort to collect more revenue for the federal government. Did it work? Anyone know the effects? It did not work, and the United States sank deeper into the Great Depression. Today, we have a similar debate over this. Anyone know what this is? Class? Anyone seen this before? The Laffer curve. Anyone know what this says? It says that at this point on the revenue curve, you will get exactly the same amount of revenue at this point. This is very controversial. Does anyone know that Vice President Bush called this in 1980? Anyone? Something do economics? Voodoo economics?
Back to Ferris's bedroom. Ferris dances to the theme song from I Dream of Jeannie while his classmates suffer from boredom. Interior Shermer High School hallway. Jeannie is walking to class when a random girl comes up to her.
Jeannie, I'm really sorry about your brother.
What are you sorry for? I have to live with the trouser snake.
No, I mean, he's really sick.
Whoa, who said he's sick?
A bunch of people. They said he's like on the verge of death. This guy in my biology class said that if Ferris dies, he's giving his eyes to Stevie Wonder. Aw, he's such a sweetie. Gotta go.
Hi, Jeannie.
Shut up.
Jeannie walks away, even more angry that her brother is getting away with his plan. She passes freshman boys at a payphone, speaking with Ferris.
Please don't yank my cord on this chain, or cord on this. How desperate is the situation?
Well, did you see Alien? When that creature was in the guy's stomach? It feels like that.
Ferris inserts a floppy disk into his keyboard, programming it to sound like coughs and sneezes, another genius part of his plan.
Freshman.
God damn, are you kidding?
No, of course I'm not kidding. Do I sound like I'm kidding?
Ferris plays a note on the keyboard, and it sounds like as he holds the phone to his speaker system. The freshman squirms as he hears what he thinks the sound is of Ferris sneezing profusely.
Who's he talking to?
Ferris Bueller. You know him?
Yeah, he's getting me out of summer school.
We appreciate you letting us know how you're doing. We got a buzz. Good thought, dude.
Thanks.
Ferris hits multiple keys on his keyboard, a cacophony of sickly sounds and
Shit, I hope he doesn't die. I can't handle summer school.
Wait a minute. Give me someone else.
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Freshman boy 1 hands phone to freshman girl. She seems surprised at first.
You see an alien?
Yeah, why? Hello?
Hi.
Hi, Ferris. How's your bod?
Ferris hits multiple keys again.
Oh my god, you're dying?
Uh-oh.
Oh, Ferris places his whole arm on the keyboard, an ungodly sound of it hacking and sneezing and farting simultaneously.
Is it serious?
I don't know. I hope not. I think I may need a kidney transplant.
Shit, are you upset?
Go first.
Excuse me.
Think you'll be alive this weekend?
Yeah, I'd say I will.
Great. Maybe I'll see you. Bye.
Interior Ferris's bedroom. Ferris plays the Blue Danube Waltz on coughing keyboard. Interior Ed Rooney's office. Ed Rooney and Grace are plotting how to catch the ever-elusive Ferris Bueller. He rifles through papers trying to find any clue of how Ferris keeps getting away with skipping school.
I don't trust this kid any further than I can throw him.
With your bad with your bad knee, Ed, you shouldn't throw anybody.
Ed glares at Grace.
It's true.
What is so dangerous about a character like Ferris Bueller is that he gives good kids bad ideas. The last thing I need at this point in my career is 1,500 Ferris Bueller disciples running around these halls. It jeopardizes my ability to effectively govern the student body.
Well, makes you look like an ass is what it does, Ed.
Thank you, Grace. I think you're wrong.
Oh, well, he's very popular, Ed. The sportos, the motorheads, geeks, sluts, bloods, wastoys, dweebies, dickheads, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
That is why you have to go catch him this time. Show these kids that the example he sets is first-class ticket to nowhere.
Oh, Ed, you sounded like Dirty Harry just then.
Really? Thanks, Fish.
Rooney squints a la Clint Eastwood as a bell rings. Interior Ferris's bedroom. Ferris is on the phone with Cameron. He is losing patience with his best friend.
I'm serious, man. This is ridiculous. Making me wait around the house for you.
Why can't you let me rot in peace?
Cameron, this is my 9th sick day. If I get caught, I won't graduate. I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for you.
You know what my diastolic is?
Be a man. Take some Pepto-Bismol, get dressed, and come on over here. I'm tired of this stuff.
Oh, shut up.
Hold your water for a sec. I got another call.
The phone beeps. Someone else is calling in. Ferris presses a button and switches to a nasally sick voice. It's Tom Bueller checking in on his son.
Hello?
Ferris, you sound terrible.
Really? Darn. I thought I was improving.
Were you sleeping?
Dad, can you hang on for a sec?
Sure, pal.
Ferris switches the phone back to Cameron.
Cameron, it's my dad.
Oh, great. Keep me out of it.
If you're not over here in 15 minutes, you could find a new best friend.
You've been saying that since the 5th grade.
Ferris switches the phone back to his dad.
Dad, all this talking has made me kind of lightheaded. I think I gotta lie down.
Take a hot bath, then wrap a hot towel around your head, and then make yourself some soup. Get a nap, okay? Hey, Ferris, love you, pal.
Love you too.
Ferris hangs up the phone, puzzled and fed up with Cameron.
I'm so disappointed in Cameron. $20 as he's sitting in his car debating about whether or not he should go out.
Cut to interior Cameron's car. Cameron is debating about whether or not he should go. He is incredibly indecisive if he should join Ferris for a day off.
He'll keep calling me. He'll keep calling me until I come over. He'll make me feel guilty. This is ridiculous. All right, I'll go. Shit.
He starts the car, idling as he questions his choices. He shuts off the car, hitting the passenger seat in frustration.
God damn it!
He starts the car again, revving the engine as he screams. He shuts it off.
Ah! Forget it. That's it. I'm not going.
He walks toward the house, trudging away as we cut to the driver's seat, empty. It's waiting for him to come back. He comes back and jumps around like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum. Cut to interior English classroom. An English teacher discusses literature with his class as Sloane Peterson waits in anticipation, bored out of her mind at this lame teacher. She nods as everyone around her tries to stay awake. Interior Shermer Hall highways. Nurse Florence Sparrow walks through the hallways, moving with purpose, with a stern look on her face. She looks as if she has bad news as she wrings her hands. She enters the classroom. Florence speaks to the professor and asks for Sloane. Sloane starts to pack up and put on her jacket. She knows she's about to get out of class.
Mr. Nolan, may I interrupt, please? Sloane Peterson, may I have a word with you, dear?
Schirmer High hallway. Later, Florence Sparrow walks with Sloane, comforting her as she gives her some terrible news.
My dear, I'm afraid I'm the bearer of bad tidings. Your father called. Your grandmother just passed. Oh, darling. Oh, honey.
Florence embraces Sloane, comforting her in her moment of grief. Ed Rooney's office. Ed Rooney looks up at Grace, skeptical of Sloane's situation.
Dead grandmother?
Yes, that's what Mr. Peterson said. I had Florence Sparrow notify Sloane. Poor little lamb.
And who's this girl going out with?
It's so hard to tell these days. I do see her with Ferris Bueller quite a little bit.
Could you get me Mr. Peterson's daytime number, please?
Sure.
The phone rings. Grace picks it up.
Ed Rooney's office.
This is George Peterson.
Oh, please hold.
Grace goes to hand the call off to Rooney.
What do you know? It's Mr. Peterson. You still want his daytime number?
Rooney rolls his eyes at Grace. She gets the message, walks back to her desk.
Ed Rooney.
Ed, this is George Peterson.
How are you today, sir?
Well, we've had a bit of bad luck this morning, as you may have heard.
Yeah, I heard. I'm all broken up. Boy, what a blow.
Yeah. Well, it's been a tough morning, and we'd like a lot of family business to take care of, so if you wouldn't mind excusing Sloane, I'd appreciate it.
Oh, sure. I'd be happy to. Yeah, you just produce a corpse and I'll release Sloane. I want to see this dead grandmother firsthand.
Grace walks in, alarmed and shocked that Rooney would ask this. Yeah, it was mine?
Ed!
It's all right, Grace. It's Ferris Bueller, this little twerp. I'm going to set a trap and then fall right into it.
Grace smiles with glee, seeing Rooney scheming and finally getting his prize.
Oh, Ed, I'm sorry. Did you say you wanted to see a body?
Yeah, that's right. Just roll her old bones on over here and I'll dig up your daughter. You know, that's school policy. Was this your mother?
No, my wife's mother.
While Grace laughs at Rooney's trap, the phone rings on another line. She goes to answer it.
Ed Rooney's office.
Hi, this is Ferris Bueller. May I speak to Mr. Rooney, please? Thank you.
Grace turns pale and freezes.
Oh.
She runs into Rooney's office, waving to get his attention for him to stop.
Tell you what, dipshit, you don't like my policies, you can just come down here and smooch my big old wide butt. Buck her up, buttercup.
Ed!
What?
Ferris Bueller's on line 2.
Rooney freezes. He knows he's done for. He pushes the buttons to answer Ferris's call.
Hey, Mr. Rooney. How you doing? I'm sorry to disturb you at work, but I'm not feeling very well today, and I was wondering if it would be possible for my sister to bring home any assignments for my classes that I might need. Have a nice day.
Rooney is still frozen. The light on line 1 blinks as he goes to pick it up. He cringes as he answers the line, waiting to get chewed out by Mr. Peterson. But we reveal that Mr. Peterson turns out to be none other than Cameron Fry.
Mr. Peterson, I think I owe you an apology, sir.
Well, I should say you do. I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sakes. A family member dies and you insult me. What the hell is the matter with you anyway?
Rooney stammers as he tries to find words to say. He and Grace are scrambling to find Sloane.
Well, I really don't know, sir. I mean, I was talking to someone else, you know, sir, that I would never deliberately insult you like that. I can't begin to tell you how embarrassed I am.
Pardon my French, but you're an asshole. Asshole.
Absolutely right, sir. You hit the nail right on the head.
This isn't over yet, Buster. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, Mr. Peterson.
Call me sir, God damn it!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's better. You just mind your P's and Q's, Buster. Remember who you're dealing with.
Interior, Bueller home kitchen. Cameron holds the phone as Ferris enters, dressed to the nines in a suit. He turns to Cameron.
Bueller. Ferris Bueller.
Now, I'm a little scared because what if he recognizes my voice?
Impossible. You're doing great.
Yeah?
Cameron get back on the phone as we cut to Grace and Rooney running around looking for Sloane's class schedule. They look like chickens with their heads cut off. A mad dash to fix this mess. Grace grabs the phone.
Rooney!
Oh,
Rooney, calm down!
just a moment.
She hands the phone back to Ed. As he runs back to his desk, he is out of breath.
Just a little office difficulty, sir.
I don't have all day to bark at you, so I'll make this short and sweet. I want my daughter out in front of the school in 10 minutes, by herself. I don't want anybody.
Ferris hits Cameron in the arm in protest. He doesn't like where this is going.
What?
Too suspicious. He'll think something's up and we'll uncover it.
You!
Cameron hands the phone to Ferris.
Talk!
You!
Talk!
Come on!
Talk! No!
Rooney! Rooney!
Yes.
Listen here, pay attention. I changed my mind. I want you out in front of her. I want to have a few words with her, by God.
Ferris slaps the phone out of Cameron's face, knocking it to the floor. They tussle with it as the line is still open. Cameron grabs the phone.
On second thought, I don't have time to talk right now. We'll get together and have lunch.
Ferris kicks Cameron in the butt as he hangs up. Ferris is not happy with Cameron's arrangement with Rooney.
How? What the hell is wrong with you?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you kick me?
Where's your brain?
Why'd you kick me?
Where's your brain?
I asked you first.
How can we pick up Sloane if Rooney is there with her?
I said for her to be there alone, and you freaked.
Oh, I didn't hit you. I lightly slapped you.
You hit me. Look, don't ask me to participate in your stupid crap if you don't like the way I do it. You make me get out of bed. You make me come over here. You make me jeopardize my future. Maybe make a phony phone call to Edward Rooney, the man who could squeeze my nuts into oblivion, and then you deliberately hurt my feelings.
No, I didn't deliberately hurt your feelings.
Oh, really?
No, really. No, I didn't. What are you doing?
Cameron grabs his Red Wings hockey sweater and starts walking out.
See you later, pal. I'm going home. Have a nice life.
Oh, come on. Don't do that. Oh, Cameron, wait a minute. Cameron, come back. I didn't mean to lose my temper. I'm sorry. It was uncalled for.
You serious?
Yeah.
Ferris hands Cameron a cup of coffee. Juxtaposed is Ed Rooney running through the halls, switching between a sprint and a speed walk when going past classes.
You did screw up, though, right? I mean, not that it was completely your fault, right?
Why?
Well, to fix the situation, I'm going to have to ask you for a small favor.
Fry Family Garage. Cameron and Ferris open Cameron's garage, where his father keeps his prized possession, a vintage Ferrari. We pan up to see a beautiful car in all its glory. Oh yeah, by Yellow plays in the background. We still don't have the budget to license this song.
The 1961 Ferrari 250 GT, California. Less than 100 were made. My father spent 3 years restoring this car. It is his love. It is his passion.
It is his fault. He didn't lock the garage.
Ferris walks over to inspect the beautiful specimen of the vehicle. He poses with it seductively, as if he's in a photo shoot.
Ferris, what are you talking about? My father loves this car more than life itself.
A man with priorities so out of whack doesn't deserve such a fine automobile.
No, apparently you don't understand, Ferris. He never drives it. He just rubs it with a diaper. Hey, remember when I broke up my retainer, huh? Come on, that was a little piece of plastic. This was a Ferrari.
Que bella. Cameron, I'm sorry, but we can't pick up Sloane in your car. Mr. Rooney would never believe Mr. Peterson drives that piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit.
It is a piece of shit. Don't worry about it. I don't even have a piece of shit. I have to envy yours.
Oh, thanks.
Look, I'm sorry, but there's nothing else we can do.
He knows the mileage, Ferris.
He doesn't trust you?
Never has, never will.
Look, this is real simple. Whatever miles we put on, we'll take off.
How?
We'll drive home backwards.
No. Forget it, Ferris. You're just going to have to think of something else. I'm putting my foot down.
Ferris starts the car, and the engine revs up. He drives out of the garage, leaving Cameron in his wake.
How about we rent a nice Cadillac? My treat. We could call a limo. A nice stretch job with a TV and a bar. How about that?
Come on, live a little.
Cameron makes the sign of the cross, breathes deeply, and gets in the Ferrari as they drive off to pick up Sloan. Shermer High School steps. Rooney escorts Sloan to the front, waiting for Mr. Peterson to arrive to pick up his grieving daughter.
Once again, let me tell you how deeply saddened I am by your loss. I had a grandmother once. Two, actually.
Sloan rolls her eyes in condescension as Rooney quotes scripture.
Man, that is born of a woman, hath but a short time to live, and is full of misery. He cometh up and is cut down like a flower. He fleeth as if it were a shadow, and never continueth in one stay. Oh dear, between grief and nothing, I'll take grief.
Great.
A bus moves to reveal the Ferrari with Mr. Peterson in front, dressed in sunglasses, a long trench coat, and a fedora. It looks suspiciously like Ferris Bueller. He puts on his best Mr. Peterson impression as Sloan shakes her head, amazed at his audacity.
Oh, Sloan, dear. Hurry along now.
Sloan turns to Rooney and says her farewells.
I guess that's my dad. Gotta go. Mr. Rooney, Ed, you're a beautiful man. I want to thank you for your warmth and compassion.
Sloan walks towards Ferris as Jeannie looks on. She's pissed.
Hi.
Do you have a kiss for Daddy?
Are you kidding?
Ferris and Sloan make out in front of Rooney as he looks on, puzzled. Why would she kiss her own father like that?
So that's how it is in their family.
Sloan gets in the car and turns toward the covered back seat. Cameron is hiding out of view of Rooney.
Hi, Cameron. You comfortable?
Hi, Sloan. No.
What are we going to do?
The question isn't, what are we going to do? The question is, what aren't we going to do?
Don't say we're not going to take the car home. Please don't say we're not going to take the car home. Please don't say we're not going to take the car home.
If you had access to a car like this, would you take it back right away? Neither would I.
Ferris revs the engine as they speed off. Sloan whoops as they exit. As they exit the school parking lot, Rooney looks on, realizing he's been duped. He stomps back into the halls of Shermer High, again foiled by Ferris Bueller. Our trio speeds into the heart of downtown Chicago as we see aerial views of the city architecture. Tower glass cathedrals mix with the Art Deco towers. Interior, Shermer High later. A philanthropic student carries an empty Pepsi can, collecting for Ferris's various ailments. He runs into none other than Jeannie Bueller.
Say Ferris Bueller. Oh, you're very generous. God loves you. Thank you. Say Ferris.
What?
Well, see, we're collecting money to buy Ferris Bueller a new kidney, and they run about 50 G's or so. So if you could help out.
Go piss up a flagpole.
I'm sorry?
You should be.
Jeannie knocks the Pepsi can full of coins out of the student's hand. Loose change spills all over the floor as he's shocked at her behavior. He's just trying to help the cause.
Hey, what if you need a favor from Ferris Bueller someday? Then where will you be, you heartless wench?
Back to Ed Rooney's office.
Peterson home on line 1. Watch your mouth this time.
Go suck your head.
Rooney takes the call. A recorded voice memo is heard on the line. It's Sloane Peterson's voice, sniffling and crying from the death in her family.
We can't come to the phone right now. We've had a death in the family.
Grace, Ferris Bueller is behind this. There's no doubt in my mind. Now he's got Sloane Peterson involved in this thing.
Her grandmother, too.
You pinhead.
If you need to reach us, we'll be at the following number. Ugh.
I did not achieve this position in life by having some snot-nosed punk leave my cheese out in the wind.
Grace dials the number to Coughlin Brothers Mortuary, and we hear a familiar voice, one that sounds just like Cameron Fry.
You've reached the Coughlin Brothers Mortuary. We are deeply sorry we're unable to come to the phone right now, but if you'll leave your name and number, we'll get back to you as soon as humanly possible.
Something's going on, god damn it. I'm going to find out what it is. I'm going to catch this kid, and I'm going to put one hell of a dent in his future. 15 years from now, when he looks back on the ruin his life's become, he's going to remember Edward Rooney.
Interior, A1 Easy OK Garage. Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron pull into the parking garage in downtown Chicago. They park the car and wait for the attendants to valet this priceless Ferrari. Cameron is not on board with this plan.
Wrong.
What?
Not here. We are not leaving the car here.
Why not?
Because we're not. I want the car back home where it belongs right now. Come on, let's go.
Cameron, what's going to happen to it? It's in a garage.
It could get wrecked, stolen, scratched, breathed on wrong. A pigeon could shit on it. Who knows?
Listen, will you calm down, please? We're going to give the guy a $5 to watch it.
What guy?
The attendant enters and punches a ticket, wearing gold chains and has long hair tucked behind his ears. He eyes the Ferrari and is immediately interested.
Hey, how you doing? You speak English?
The attendant is taken aback and immediately recoils.
What country do you think this is?
Okay, listen. I want you to take extra special care of this vehicle, okay?
Hey, no problem. Trust me.
Cameron refuses to get out of the car. He doesn't trust this guy as far as he can throw him.
Sir, relax. You fellas have nothing to worry about. I'm a professional.
Cameron gets out of the car, reluctantly scoffing at the reassurances from the attendant. He turns to Ferris, covering his face so the attendant can't see him.
Professional what?
The attendant revs the engine and drives the car up the ramp in the garage. Tires squeal as Cameron looks longingly at the car that his father cared about more than him.
See what a Finsky can do to a guy's attitude? Cameron, come on. Come on, come on.
As our trio leaves the garage, the attendant and his co-pilot peel out of the garage in the Ferrari, zooming down Chicago streets. Turns out that $5 didn't work after all. Cut to exterior Bueller family home. Katie Bueller returns home to check on Ferris. She walks up the stairs, slowly opening the door to his room to see if he's really there. She opens to see him turn over in his bed and snoring. She sighs in relief to know that he's sleeping and is getting better. She closes the door, and we see on the other side a well-devised pulley system of a hanging trophy attached to a string.
Bless his little heart.
She turns to walk away when doubt creeps in. Could Rooney have been telling the truth? Was Ferris skipping school?
9 times.
Katie slowly opens the door again as we see the deceptive contraption at work. The door pulls a string around the room, which is attached to a punching dummy, turning it over. The stereo is playing a loop of or snoring sounds. It works perfect as she closes the door and leaves.
Exterior, Sears Tower. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloane are on the observation deck of Sears Tower, staring at the city below them. We hear their voices as we view the towering behemoth that overlooks Lake Michigan.
Ferris, you think the car is all right?
Sure. This is the world's tallest building.
Ferris, I don't feel good. Could we leave soon?
Cut to interior Sears Tower observation deck. Our trio looks out at the city, and Ferris gets an idea to change their perspective, literally.
Here, climb up on this. Come on, everybody. Cameron. Okay, now lean forward against the glass, like this.
Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron climb up on the railing and lean forward to press their head against the window. The camera stares up at their faces, press against the glass, and then directly at the street below. The cars look miniature.
Oh my God.
Isn't that great?
The city looks so peaceful from up here.
Anything is peaceful from 1,353 feet.
I think I see my dad.
We've got a lot to do. Let's go.
Shit. That son of a bitch is down there somewhere.
Interior, Chicago Stock Exchange. Our trio finds themselves at the Chicago Stock Exchange. As traders and buyers yell at each other and signal their financial moves, Cameron mimics their hand gestures. He throws in a little bit of the Three Stooges for good measure. Ferris looks out and then turns to Sloane.
You want to get married?
Cameron makes a water drop sound with his mouth.
Sure.
Today?
Sloane laughs at Ferris's idea.
I'm serious.
I'm not getting married.
Cameron makes another water drop sound with his mouth.
Why not?
What do you mean, why not? Think about it.
Well, no. Besides being too young, having no place to live, you feeling a little awkward about being the only cheerleader with a husband, give me one good reason why not.
I'll give you two good reasons why not. My mother and my father. They're married and they hate each other. You've seen them, am I right?
So what?
It's like the car. He loves the car. He hates his wife.
Cameron makes another water drop sound with his mouth to emphasize his point. Cut to interior Shaky. Our trio is going to try fine dining on their day off. The interior is ornate and stuffy. Chamber music plays as a waiter passes them, dressing down Sloane. Can you feel his disdain for the teenagers in street clothes? Cameron and Sloane feel very out of place. Ferris browses the reservation list for a party of three and finds the name, Abe Froman.
Could we please get the hell out of here? This place gives me the creeps.
The maitre d' walks up and sneers at the sight of the teenagers. He puts on a smile as he approaches the front of the house.
Hello, may I help you?
Sure as hell. You can sure as hell try. Hi, I'm Abe Froman. Party of three for 12 o'clock?
Ferris goes to slip a $5 bill to the maitre d', who scoffs at the act. He's not taken by Ferris's charm and throws the crumpled up bill back at Ferris.
Is there a problem?
You're Abe Froman.
That's right. I'm Abe Froman.
The Sausage King of Chicago.
Ferris pauses, his mouth wide open. He regains his composure. He smiles sheepishly.
Yeah, that's me.
Listen, young man, entre nous, I'm very busy here. Why don't you take the kids and go back to the clubhouse?
Cameron and Sloane start to walk back away, but Ferris isn't leaving without a fight. He looks taken aback and offended by the maitre d' at his attitude.
Are you suggesting that I'm not who I say I am?
I'm suggesting that you leave before I have to get snooty.
Snooty?
Snotty.
Snotty?
Okay, Abe, let's go.
I'm not going anywhere. No, we'd like to be seated.
Ferris taps on the lectern, his voice raised at the maitre d'.
Listen, young man, either you take the field trip outside or I'm going to have to call the police.
You're going to call the police on me?
Yes.
Fine. As a matter of fact, I'll call them myself.
Ferris grabs the phone and starts to dial.
Yes. Call the police. This will be a hoot. Here, give me the phone. I have another call.
No.
I've had enough with this horsing around. Give me the phone back.
You touch me, I yell rat.
The maitre d' backs away, surprised at the audacity of Ferris.
There's another phone around here somewhere. Find it.
Fine. I weep for the future.
The maitre d' walks away to find another phone.
Okay, Ferris, can we just let it go, please?
Please, you've gone too far. You're going to get busted.
Ferris turns to the camera. This is all part of his plan.
A, you can never go too far. B, If I'm gonna get busted, it's not gonna be by a guy like that.
Come on, Abe.
Ferris hands the phone to Sloane.
Ask for Abe Froman.
The maitre d' answers the phone from the other room.
Shaky, bonjour.
May I speak to Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago?
Abe Froman. Let me check the restaurant. Could you describe him to me, please?
Leather jacket, white t-shirt, sweater vest. Devastatingly handsome.
Hold on one moment.
Yes, thank you.
The maitre d' is about to hang up the phone when he has second thoughts. He sees the line blinking and goes to pick it up. He's sure he has them now.
Mr. Froman, this is Sergeant Peterson, Chicago Police.
Our trio is seated at Shaky. The maitre d' is apologetic and embarrassed.
I appreciate your understanding.
Don't think twice. It's understanding that makes it possible for people like you, like us, to tolerate a person like yourself.
Thank you.
I'll mention it.
Enjoy your lunch.
Ferris turns to Sloane and Cameron as they raise glasses to toast their achievement.
Darling, you were wonderful. Cameron, dear friend, and you thought we weren't going to have any fun. Shame on you.
Interior, Sherman High School hallway. Jeannie Bueller is having a crisis of conscience. We hear her internal monologue as the camera zooms in toward her leaning against a wall.
Maybe I'm overreacting. Maybe Ferris isn't such a bad guy. After all, I got a car and he got a computer. But still, why should he get to do whatever he wants, whenever he wants? Why should everything work out for him? What makes him so goddamn special?
We snap back to reality, and she's back to hating her brother, Ferris Bueller.
Screw him.
Interior, shaky restroom. Ferris is drying his hands with a towel attendant watching by. He looks at the camera through the mirror. We cut between Ferris speaking and Cameron eating very peculiarly.
I used to worry that my family was the only one that had weirdness in it. That used to worry me. Then I saw how Cameron's family functioned. His home life is really twisted. That's why he's sick all the time. It really bothers him. He's the only guy I know who feels better when he's sick. If I had to live in that house, I'd probably pray for a disease too. The place is like a museum. It's very beautiful, and it's very cold, and you're not allowed to touch anything. Can you appreciate what it must have been to be in that joint as a baby? I'm actually amazed that I got the car out of the garage. I caught Cameron digging the ride once or twice. It's good for him. It teaches him to deal with his fear. Plus, and I must be honest here, I love driving it. It is so choice. If you could have the means, I highly recommend picking one up.
Ferris tips the towel attendant and takes a mint. Out of his stall walks Tom Bueller. Interior, Ed Rooney's office. Jeannie Bueller walks in and is greeted by Grace. She's on a mission and is about to exact revenge on her brother.
Well, hello there, Jeannie. Who's bothering you now?
Is Mr. Rooney in?
No, I'm sorry, he's not. Can I help you?
I seriously doubt it. When's he back?
I don't know. He's left school on grounds on personal business.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, I suppose it means that it's personal and that it's none of your business, young lady.
Nice attitude.
Isn't Mrs. Hagel expecting you in consumer ed class?
Probably.
Jeannie leaves the office in a huff.
What a little asshole.
Exterior, shaky. Tom Bueller is speaking to his business partners. Ferris, Sloane, and Cameron are on the steps above, standing perfectly still as to not draw attention. This is the closest they've been to getting caught.
4,000 restaurants in the downtown area. I picked the one my father goes to.
Pinched for sure.
No way, Cameron. Only the meek get pinched. The bold survive. Let's go.
Let's surrender.
Never.
The trio dons sunglasses for disguises. They sneak behind Tom as he continues to speak with his business partners. They are able to dive into a vacant cab and it drives off. Tom and his business associates grab the next cab and head back to their office. Interior, pizza parlor. Ed Rooney makes his first stop on his mission to catch Ferris Bueller. He stops at a pizza parlor and goes inside, taking his rocking shades off. He scans the room like a secret agent, finally finding a familiar figure next to an arcade game. Rolled up jeans, a leather jacket, short black hair. It must be Ferris Bueller. He walks with a certain swagger and confronts the figure.
Les jeux sont faits. Game is up. Your ass is mine.
The figure turns around, and it turns out to not be Ferris Bueller, but a new wave girl. She sips from a soda as Rooney's grin turns to pure fear. She pulls out the straw and spits out soda right onto Rooney's face. Rooney walks up to the counter to grab some napkins and dry off. In the background, a Chicago White Sox game is playing on a small TV as a cook watches. As Rooney dries off, he barely misses a sight of Ferris Bueller catching a foul ball at Wrigley Field.
What's the score?
Nothing.
Who's winning?
The Bears.
Exterior Wrigley Field. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan are watching a Cubs game. We join the action just after Ferris catches a foul ball. Cameron hollers in joy and high-fives him.
Woo!
I think I broke my thumb.
Hey, bada, 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 swing, bada. Come on. Hey, bada, 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 swing, bada. He can it, swing, bada.
Exterior Wrigley Field. The marquee on the front of the stadium says, "Save Ferris," as the entire city of Chicago is rooting for Ferris to get well soon.
Hey, Cameron, do you realize that if I played by the rules, right now we'd be in gym?
Ferris and Cameron laugh at the notion of being in gym class right now. Exterior Shermer High Field, gym class. A gym teacher riding a lawnmower yells at gym class students to run as they all jog in a tired blob. We pan down to see Jeannie Bueller in her car, watching the students suffer. Ferris should be there.
You're on mute.
I hate him.
She speeds off to go home, unaware of what awaits her there. Exterior, Bueller family home. Ed Rooney pulls up to park near the Bueller family home. He's going to find out one way or another if Ferris is skipping school. He walks up to the front door and rings the doorbell. Inside, a contraption is triggered by the doorbell. Rooney waits on the porch, humming Dankeschön by Wayne Newton. Suddenly, a nasally, sickly voice is heard on the intercom. Rooney rolls his eyes.
Who is it?
This is Ed Rooney, Ferris. I'd like to have a word with you.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't come to the door right now. I'm afraid that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further school absences.
Save it, Ferris. Come down here.
You can reach my parents at their places of business. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate your concern for my well-being.
We see what the contraption is triggered inside, a recorded message by Ferris that is activated by the doorbell.
I'm not leaving until you come down and talk to me, Ferris.
Have a nice day.
You're in big trouble, Buster. Get down here. Ferris? Ferris?
The intercom messages ring hollow as we see a deserted Bueller home. Rooney becomes even more frustrated as he knocks the door, hearing a dog bark. He rings the doorbell again.
Who is it?
You know goddamn well who it is.
Oh, I'm sorry I can't come to the door right now. I'm afraid that in my weakened condition, I could take a nasty spill down the stairs and subject myself to further
It looks like it froze.
You can reach my parents at their place
I
of
could
businesses.
take a nasty spill down the stairs and
Thank you
subject
for
myself
stopping
to
by.
further school absences.
I appreciate your
You can reach my
concern for my
parents at the
well-being.
places of business.
Have a nice day.
Rooney has figured out Ferris's voice message. He goes to the front of the house and looks for any open windows, following to the side of the house. He tries to find any way to look in and see if Ferris is there or not. He finds an open window, but steps in something squishy.
Oh, mud. Oh.
Rooney climbs on the ledge above the mud to look inside the house, but before he can get a good look, he falls ankle deep into the mud. As he tries to pull his foot out, his shoe gets stuck. With only his sock on, he falls onto the mud again, and his foot is caked in mud.
Bueller, you son of a bitch.
To continue the slapstick comedy that is his life as Dean of Students, Rooney steps on a valve that turns on a hose, releasing water right toward him. He tries to plug up the hose with his foot, but to no avail. He finally steps down to retrieve his shoe, and as the hose flails around, he tries to wash off his shoe, but just ends up slinging mud everywhere. He bends over and rips the seam of his pants. Of course he would. Rooney finally sits down on his stoop to gather himself. He finds a doggy door behind him. He pokes his head in to find a growling Rottweiler guarding his humble abode.
Hey, doggy, stay. Stay.
Rooney runs away as the dog runs after him.
Sit. Stay. Help.
Interior, Chicago Art Institute. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron admire the artwork at the Chicago Art Institute. The camera glances over renowned works by Picasso, Seurat, and many others. Cameron makes an emotional connection to a girl in a Sunday afternoon on the island of Le Grand Jatte, while Sloan and Ferris kiss in front of a beautiful stained glass. Interior, taxi, Chicago street. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron are in a cab stuck in traffic. The Steuben parade has blocked everything off, bringing them to a standstill. Ferris and Sloan kiss as Cameron third wheels it to the max.
It's getting late, buddy. We better go get the car back home.
We have a few hours. We have until 6 o'clock.
I'm sorry. I mean, I know you don't care, but it means my ass.
You think I don't care?
I know you don't care.
Oh, that hurts, Cameron. Cameron, what have you seen today?
Nothing good.
Nothing good? What do you mean nothing good? We've seen everything good. We've seen the whole city. We went to a museum. We saw priceless works of art. We ate pancreas.
Cameron tenses up and moves his eyes towards the cab next to them.
What's wrong?
Look over there.
Ferris and Sloan look over as the camera pans to Tom Bueller in the cab directly next to them. He looks over and does a double take. Sloan is in sunglasses now, and Cameron and Ferris are out of sight. Tom shakes his head, questioning his own vision. Ferris and Cameron are on the floor of the cab, taking turns rubbing a lucky rabbit's foot. Sloan slyly flirts with him.
What's he doing?
He's licking the glass and making obscene gestures with his hands.
What?
Ferris goes to tickle Sloan as Tom looks on. He goes back into his newspaper with a headline reading, "Community Rallies Around Sick Youth." Exterior, Steuben Festival Parade. Sloan and Cameron are looking for Ferris, who has left the group. They walk through the crowd as Cameron is getting antsy and irritated.
He didn't leave. He's probably doing something.
No, it really busts my hump, you know?
Oh, Cameron, he didn't ditch us or anything. He's here. He's here.
For all we know, he went back to school.
He would not go back to school.
Yeah, he'd do it. He'd just do it to make me sweat.
No, he wouldn't, Cameron. Come on.
Makes me mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're such a wonderful crowd. We'd like to play a little tune for you. One of my personal favorites. And I'd like to dedicate it to a young man who doesn't think he's seen anything good today. Cameron Fry, this one's for you.
Sloan and Cameron stop in their tracks to find Ferris on a float, his hair now in a bouffant and surrounded by parade participants dressed in dirndls. He lip-syncs Dankeschön by Wayne Newton as Sloan and Cameron yell at him to get off the float. Cameron and Sloan are pushed away by police, so they go to walk away from the parade route.
Josh, you want me to play it?
Yeah, go for it.
On it.
Ferris, get off of the float!
Ferris, what are you doing? All right, that's good.
All right. Don't sue us, please.
You know, as long as I've known him, everything works for him. There's nothing he can't handle. I can't handle anything. School, parents, the future. Ferris can do anything. I don't know what I'm going to do.
College?
Yeah, but to do what?
What are you interested in?
Nothing.
Me either.
They see Ferris finish his song, and he goes straight into Twist and Shout by the Beatles. We can lip sync this for 10 seconds if we are lucky. Cameron and Sloan look on and laugh.
Are we feeling
All right,
lucky,
go ahead,
Chris?
Chris. Yeah, let's do a couple seconds.
Don't sue us, please.
Yeah, it's cut there. You're crazy!
What do you think Ferris is going to do?
He's going to be a fry cook at Venus.
There's a whole dance sequence to Twist and Shout, but we have neither the budget nor means to do that over Zoom. Womp womp. Exterior Bueller family home. Jeannie Bueller speeds into the driveway as Ed Rooney hides at the side of the house. He is muddy and haggard from being run out by the dog. Jeannie runs upstairs and bursts into Ferris's room. The elaborate pulley dummy system malfunctions when she swings the door open, exposing the whole operation. Jeannie is furious.
I knew it!
Rooney sees his chance, goes to open the front door sneakily. He thinks Ferris has come home. Meanwhile, Jeannie is on the phone trying to reach her mom. She's gonna rat out Ferris.
Well, where is she? Tell her this is her daughter. Do you know where she is? Well, do you know where she'll be back? Do you know anything? Ugh!
She hangs up as Rooney sneaks in, trying to be as quiet as humanly possible. Jeannie hears the door close and sneaks downstairs to see who it is. Rooney hears her as well, and they sneak towards each other from opposite ends of the house. Just as they're about to confront each other, they think they finally have their prize, the delinquent Ferris Bueller.
Ferris!
Bueller.
Jeannie jumps out from the corner to surprise, followed by Rooney. She screams and is immediately kicks him in the face. She continues to scream as she runs up the stairs. He falls to the floor and is knocked out cold. Interior parking garage, late afternoon. After their parade adventure, our trio is ready to head home and close the loop on their first day out. Cameron is smiling and laughing for the first time today. Maybe he's finally let loose and is enjoying life.
You're psychotic. You are, man. You're out of your goddamn mind. I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you went on a goddamn parade float. Okay, wait. Okay. Yeah, this is one of my personal favorites. You're out of your mind. Do you realize how many people saw you? You're nailed.
You're nailed.
Who would believe I was in a parade? Besides, anyone who would nail me wouldn't go to a parade.
The attendant honks as the car pulls around the corner. It looks like it's in pristine condition, just as they had left it.
That was so quick.
Hey, this looks okay to me, Cameron.
Looks great. Let's roll.
Nice job. Thank you.
Hey, you're a very generous individual. Come back anytime.
The trio speeds away as the attendant and his co-pilot wave off. As soon as they're out of sight, the attendant and co-pilot do a victory dance. Interior Bueller home, Jeannie's room. Jeannie is on the phone with the police. She is freaking out over the intruder, Rooney, in her house.
This is not a phony phone call. There is an intruder, male, Caucasian, possibly armed, certainly weird, in my kitchen. My name is Bueller. Look, it's real nice that you hope my brother's feeling better, but I'm in danger, okay? I am very cute, I am very alone, and I am very protective of my body. I do not want it violated or killed. I need help. Speak in English? Oh, dickhead!
Rooney eventually comes to and is seen washing his face over the sink. Jeannie comes over the intercom.
Excuse me. Whoever's in the house is still in the house. I'd like you to know that I have just called the police. So, if you have any brains whatsoever, you'll get your ass out of my house real quick. I'd also like to add that I have my father's gun and a scorching case of herpes.
Rooney leaves the house, dropping his wallet. He comes outside to see his car being towed. He tries to unlock it as the tow truck moves away.
Hey, wait. That's my car. I'll move it. You've got my keys, you shithead.
Rooney screams and runs after the tow truck, limping along with a torn-up suit and one shoe. Exterior, Chicago streets. Ferris, Sloan, and Cameron are driving back home with the Ferrari. Cameron is enjoying himself and sounds happy?
I feel pretty good. I feel real good. Those guys were nice, huh? At the garage, I was a little worried about them. Turned out good.
Ferris goes to look at the odometer on the car. He does a triple take. He counts on his fingers. Something isn't right.
Hey, Cameron, how many miles did you say this thing had on it when we left?
126 and halfway between 3 and 4 tenths. Why? How many miles are on it now?
Ferris cringes and Cameron removes his hat and sunglasses. He reads the odometer. 301.7 miles. Uh-oh.
Here's where Cameron goes berserk.
Cameron lets out a loud, long scream that is heard by all throughout Chicago. He begins hyperventilating as they speed back to his house. All the good feelings are now gone.
Ah! Sloan, you're on mute. Sloan, you're on mute.
That was my turn. Cameron, you okay? Cameron, cut that out.
Interior, Bueller family home. Jeannie is hiding under a blanket when she hears the doorbell. She breathes a sigh of relief. The police are here to save her.
God bless the police. Oh, I am saved. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
She runs downstairs to open the door, only it's not the police. It's a singing nurse and delivery men with flowers and balloons.
I heard that you were feeling ill, headache, fever, and a chill. I came to help restore your pluck, 'cause I'm the nurse that likes to.
Jeannie slams the door before she can finish her profane poem. Exterior, Chicago Park. Cameron has become catatonic. Sloan and Ferris try to console him.
This may very well be for real. I think Cameron might have blown a microchip or two. He's always been a little keyed up. All I wanted to do was give him a good day. We're going to graduate in a couple of months, and then we'll have the summer. He'll work, and I'll work. We'll see each other at night and on the weekends, but then he'll go to one school and I'll go to another. Basically, that will be it. Sloan's a big problem as well. She still has another year of high school. How do I deal with that? I was serious when I said I'd married her. I would.
Sloan is consoling and trying to help Cameron as he lies down.
Cameron? Cam, can you hear me? Cameron? Blink if you understand me.
Cameron's never been in love. At least no one's ever been in love with him. If things don't change for him, he's going to marry the first girl he lays. And she's going to treat him like shit because she's going to give him what he was built up in his mind as the end-all, be-all of human existence. She won't respect him because you can't respect somebody who kisses your ass. It just doesn't work.
Ferris, you better try something else. This isn't working.
Exterior, outdoor pool. Sloan and Ferris lounge in a jacuzzi as Cameron sits still in a lawn chair on the diving board. He's got a 1,000-yard stare.
You feeling any better, Cameron?
Cam, why don't you come in here? It's really nice. Cameron, I could flip out real easy too. It's okay. Sooner or later, everybody goes to the zoo.
Maybe he's really sick. Maybe he isn't just torturing himself.
Cameron looks down into the deep end of the pool and falls headfirst in. He sinks to the bottom, letting air bubbles flow out. He looks around as he sits pensively. He isn't coming up. Ferris gets in and jumps in, dragging him up to the surface. Cameron is unconscious. Ferris tries slapping him awake, but he's worried he's lost his best friend.
Hey, Cameron, wake up. Oh shit, Cameron, come on, Cameron, wake up.
Cameron opens his eyes, smiling. Ferris looks confused and still upset.
What is that?
Ferris Bueller, you're my hero.
You're kidding.
That was pretty impressive, man.
Oh, you bitch. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Ferris throws Cameron back in the pool and they roughhouse. They turn to Sloan and throw her in as well. It looks as though things are back to normal. Interior, police station. Jeannie Bueller is in a police station giving her report about the break-in to her house. A mysterious figure sits next to her. He is clad in leather, cracking his knuckles, and smolders at her.
Drugs?
Thank you, no, I'm straight.
I meant, are you in here for drugs?
Why are you here?
Drugs.
I don't know why I'm here.
Then why don't you go home?
Why don't you put your thumb up your butt?
You wear too much eye makeup. My sister wears too much. People think she's a whore. You don't want to talk about your problem?
With you? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Blow yourself. All right, you really want to know what's wrong?
I know what's wrong. I want to hear you say it.
In a nutshell, I hate my brother. How's that?
That's cool. Did you blow him away or something?
No, not yet. I went home to confirm that the shithead was ditching school, and when I was there, a guy broke into the house. I called the cops, and they picked me up for making a phony phone call.
What do you care if your brother ditches school?
Why should he get to ditch when everyone else has to go?
You could ditch.
Yeah, I'd get caught.
So you're pissed because he ditches and doesn't get caught. Is that it?
Basically.
Then your problem is you.
Excuse me?
Excuse you. You ought to spend a little more time dealing with yourself and a little less time worrying about what your brother does. It's just an opinion.
What are you, a psychiatrist? Why don't you keep your opinions to yourself?
There's somebody you should talk to.
If you say Ferris Bueller, you lose a testicle.
Oh, you know him?
Interior, Fry family home, garage. Ferris, Cameron, and Sloan are back at Cameron's home. They are trying to take the miles off the Ferrari by running it in reverse. A cinder block sits on the gas pedal as the car is raised up. The trio sits together as Cameron becomes very reflective and candid with his best friends.
You know, that whole time I was just thinking things over. I was like meditating. Then I sort of watched myself from the inside. I realized it was ridiculous being afraid, worrying about everything, wishing I was dead, all that shit. I'm tired of it. It was the best day of my life. I'm gonna miss you guys next year.
Cameron, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Did you see me change out of my clothes by the jacuzzi? Did you?
Cameron smiles wryly and snickers. Ferris laughs as well.
You saw me. I thought you were catatonic. It's okay. I'm not embarrassed.
I better check on the car.
Cameron gets up to see how their progress is going with reversing the mileage. He peers into the dashboard and looks concerned.
Hey, Ferris.
Yeah?
The miles aren't coming off. The miles aren't coming off going in reverse.
Well, I thought that might be a problem. We're just gonna have to crack open the odometer, roll it back by hand.
No, forget it. Forget it. I gotta take a stand. I'm bullshit. I put up with everyone. I put up with everything. My old man pushes me around. I never say anything. Well, he's not the problem. I'm the problem. I gotta take a stand. I gotta take a stand against him. I'm not gonna sit on my ass as the events that affect me unfold to determine the course of my life. I'm gonna take a stand. I'm gonna defend it. Right or wrong, I'm gonna defend it.
Cameron violently stomps on the bumper of the car. It wobbles. Sloan tries to go to him to stop, but Ferris holds her back.
So sick of this shit. I can't stand him and I hate this goddamn car. Who do you love? Who do you love? You love a car.
Cameron keeps kicking the car, breaking a headlight and denting the bumper on the hood. Sloan can't bear to watch. With each kick, the raised up Ferrari becomes more and more wobbly, and the jack is starting to give way.
Shit. Dented the shit out of it. Good. My father will come home and he'll see what I did. I can't hide this. He'll come home, he'll see what I did, and he'll have to deal with me. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just tired of being afraid. Hell with him. I can't wait to see the look on the bastard's face.
Cameron places his foot on the bumper as the jack fails, dropping the running car to the floor. The Ferrari goes full speed backwards, crashing through a plate of glass window and falling 20 feet from the garage. It falls with a thud on the forest floor. Cameron just destroyed the Ferrari. His jaw drops as Ferris and Sloane walk up to the broken window. They view the wreckage below.
What'd I do? What'd I do?
You killed the car.
Cameron walks to the window and looks down. The Ferrari is smoking and destroyed. He really did kill the car.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Cameron, it's my fault. I'll take the heat for it. We'll wait for your father to come home, and when he gets here, I'll tell him that I did it. He hates me anyway.
No. I'll take it.
No, you don't want this much heat.
I want it. If I didn't want it, I wouldn't have let you take the car out this morning.
I made you take the car this morning.
I could have stopped you. It is possible to stop Mr. Ferris Bueller, you know. No, I want it. I'm going to take it. That's it. When Morris comes home, he and I will just have a little chat. It's cool. No, it's going to be good. Thanks anyway.
Interior, Chicago Police Station. Katie Bueller is at the police station to pick up Jeannie. She's shocked to hear what has been going on.
This is a shock to me. First of all, I don't know why she wasn't at school. Second of all, I just can't believe why she'd call you with a story about an intruder.
I lost my page.
66, I think.
66, yeah, let me go back. I pushed the space bar and it just flipped. There we go. Okay. For whatever reason, she did it, and I think she's had a pretty good scare.
Well, I really appreciate your calling me, really. I can assure you that her father and I are going to have a long talk with her when we get home. Thank you so much.
Oh, and by the way, I hope your son's feeling better.
I beg your pardon?
Tell him all the guys at the station here are pulling for him.
Oh, right.
Katie gets up to take Jeannie home, only to find her making out with Charlie Sheen. She clears her throat to get her attention, and Jeannie turns around, smiling.
Hi.
Don't hi me, young lady. I want to get out of here now, all right?
Okay.
No, now.
Fine.
Jeannie turns to Charlie Sheen, saying her goodbyes.
She's a little hyper.
Charlie Sheen, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Let's not ruin this with a lot of talk, all right? Okay.
You didn't tell me your name.
It's Jean, but a lot of guys call me Shauna.
Okay, Jean.
Cool. Okay, great. I'll see you. Okay.
Jeannie stutters a bit as she walks away, smiling.
Jeannie, now.
Jeannie laughs as she walks down the stairs. Charlie Sheen looks on as she sings Dankeschön by Wayne Newton.
Dankeschön.
Exterior. Oh, this is where I come in. Oops. Exterior, Peterson family home. Sloane and Ferris are saying their goodbyes after their eventful day.
Had a great time today.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Think Cameron's gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah, sure. For the first time in his life, he's going to be just fine.
You knew what you were doing when you woke up this morning, didn't you?
Me? Nah.
Ferris and Sloane kiss. Ferris looks down at Sloane's Cartier watch and sees the time. 5 minutes to 6. He has to get home and get there as fast as possible.
Oh, shit. I have to go. I'll call you tonight.
Ferris kisses Sloane one last time and runs off. He jumps a fence as she calls out to him.
I love you.
I love you too.
He's gonna marry me.
Interior, Katie Bueller's car. 5 minutes to 6. Jeannie is driving Katie's car home. Katie is chastising her for skipping school and ending up at the police station.
Do you know what it's like to be pulled out of work to pick up your daughter at the police station?
No, not really.
Well, on top of everything else, I was about to close a damn deal with the Vermont people.
I'm sorry.
I was going to take my commission and buy Ferris a car.
Suddenly, Ferris runs into the street as Jeannie brakes violently to avoid hitting him. Katie screams as papers fly everywhere. Jeannie looks up to see Ferris and she snarls. He glares back at her. This is her chance to nail him for ditching school. Katie is oblivious as she's trying to gather her papers.
Jeannie, what the hell are you doing? Are you trying to kill us? There's paper all over the place. I'll never get this back in order.
Jeannie floors it as Katie screams again. Papers fly everywhere as Ferris jumps into the bushes. He watches as Jeannie speeds off. He has one objective now: beat Jeannie home. Ferris starts running through yards, passing people having picnics. Jeannie and Katie are yelling at each other in this car.
Jeannie, slow down. Now. I can't drive while you're yelling at me. Stop it!
A police car intercepts the speeding Jeannie and puts its siren on. Meanwhile, Ferris is jumping over fences and through yards. He grabs a beer out of a guy's hand as he grills steaks. He passes 2 sunbathing women in bikinis, doubling back to introduce himself.
Hi, how are you doing? Ferris Bueller.
Another car joins in on the race home. Tom Bueller. He first reaches for Tic Tacs and doesn't notice the police chasing Jeannie and Katie. He then pulls out and behind an old woman driving. She is swerving and can barely see over the steering wheel. He honks at a running Ferris, who then does a double take to see his dad behind the wheel. Ferris cuts back to avoid being seen. Ferris runs through a house to make up ground. He's running through as his inhabitants are as confused and alarmed.
No, don't get up. It smells delicious. Dinner's ready.
Ferris runs to another backyard, jumping on a trampoline to get to his house. Jeannie and Katie arrive, and Jeannie runs into the house. Tom follows suit and pulls up behind them. Ferris is trying to get into the house through the back door.
What's wrong?
Everything. I just picked up Jeannie at the police station. She got a speeding ticket, another speeding ticket, and I lost the Vermont deal because of her.
I think we should shoot her.
Ferris looks under the doormat for a spare key. A shadow remains of where it used to be. All of a sudden, a foot in a mangled shoe steps down. Ferris looks up to see a bruised and disheveled Ed Rooney. This is it. He lost. Rooney is holding the spare key.
Looking for this?
Ferris looks in sheer horror as Rooney steps up to look down at him. He's terrified that he has lost. Another year of school, no graduating. This is the worst case scenario.
I got you, Ferris.
Outside on the front porch, Tom and Katie walk in. They're still concerned about Ferris, who has been sick in case we forgot.
Ferris, let's go in and check on him, okay?
Okay, honey. Yeah, how was your day?
Ferris is looking like a deer caught in the headlights. All his plans have completely unraveled. It was the perfect day until it all came crashing down.
I have dreamed about this. This time, goddamn you, little bastard, I got you right where I want you.
Inside, Jeannie looks out and sees Ferris finally caught. She smiles, finally having her day as well. Her brother is getting his comeuppance.
This time I finally got you. So, how would you feel about another year of high school under my close personal supervision?
The back door opens as Jeannie interrupts Rooney's monologue. Ferris breathes heavily as the 2 people hunting him down have him cornered.
Hi. Oh, thank God you're all right. You know we've been worried sick about you.
Ferris is surprised and smiles. Jeannie winks at him. She bailed him out and saved him.
Thank you, Mr. Rooney, for driving him home. Now I want you to go upstairs and get in bed.
Ferris smiles, looks up at Rooney, at the camera, and then fake coughs and walks inside. Rooney is seething.
Scoot! Can you imagine someone as sick as Ferris trying to walk home from the hospital? Oh, kids. By the way, Mr. Rooney, you left your wallet on the kitchen floor.
Jeannie throws his wallet towards the mud as she slams the door. The Rottweiler wakes up and Rooney looks over at the dog, who we knocked out earlier with a flower pot. We hear Rooney scream in agony as Jeannie smiles. Interior, Ferris Bueller's room. Ferris rushes into his room and tries to get rid of all the evidence of his deceptions from earlier. He throws off all his clothes and pushes the dummy out of the bed. His parents are getting closer and closer. The only thing left is the stereo, which is playing the snoring sounds on a loop. He grabs the foul ball he caught earlier and throws it at the stereo, hitting the off button as the ball falls neatly into a glove laying on the floor. Tom and Katie open the door and walk in. Ferris lies in bed as if he had never left.
Honey, he's still awfully warm.
How do you feel?
150% better. Thank you. Please, don't be mad. Don't make me stay home again. I want to go to school. I have to graduate in June, and I...
Ferris struggles to speak and milks this for all it's worth.
Ferris, You're sick. Now don't go pushing yourself and making it worse.
Maybe you're right, Dad.
I know I'm right, pal.
How did you get to be so sweet?
Years of practice.
Katie covers Ferris with a blanket and kisses him on the forehead.
Get well.
Listen, I'm going to get myself settled in, then I'll bring you a nice cup of hot soup, okay?
Mm.
Tom and Katie leave the room and close the door. Ferris breathes a sigh of relief and looks at the camera.
Yep. I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
Ferris smiles as we freeze and fade to black. Credits roll as we see Rooney, even more beat up, dragging himself down the street.
4 years of chasing this kid. 4 years he has been making a fool of me.
The school bus pulls up beside Rooney and the doors open up.
Hey, Mr. Rooney, what's going on? Did you get in a fight? Do you want a lift?
Rooney hangs his head in shame. He has no other option. He straightens his tie, buttons his jacket, and steps on the bus. The children stare back at him, and he walks the aisle to find every seat is taken. He sees only one seat available next to Gummy Bear Girl. He sits down next to her.
I'll bet you never really smelled a real school bus before. Gummy bear? They've been in my pocket. They're real warm and soft.
The awkwardness is palpable as Rooney looks up at graffiti. Rooney eats it and looks down at the binder with Save Ferris on the cover. The bus pulls away and the credits finish.
You're still here. It's over. Go home. Go.
Chicka chicka. Fade to black. And that's it. Wow. Thank you, everyone. That was incredible. This was the first time we've all been together in the same Zoom room doing this all in one take. We've never rehearsed this, and I think it was pretty fun. That's pretty great. Let me thank everyone again. Thank you. Let's see, rundown. Kevin Hudson for stage directions and Mater D.
Woo!
Thank you. Carla as Tom Bueller, Charlie Sheen, and the econ professor. Woo! Justin as a ton of parts I can't even remember. Margie as Florence Sparrow and Shermer Girl 1. Marley Newman as Grace. And the singing nurse and radio. Amy as Gummy Bear Girl and stage directions and a few others. Megan as Katie Bueller. Let's see. Jorge as Ed Rooney. Lauren Kareem as Jeannie Bueller.
Well done.
LC as Sloan Peterson.
Yeah.
Sloan.
Just like her.
Oh, yeah.
Uncanny. And then Chris Ryman as Ferris Bueller.
Oh, yeah. Well done, Chris.
Oh, my gosh.
That
That was
You had a
awesome.
costume change for the curtain call? I'm jealous. And
really
Cameron
nice.
and Josh as Cameron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, sir.
Cameron fried to the bone. Job well done, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you all for your warmth and compassion. And thank you to everyone who's donated. What we're going to do now, if you want to join us, we're still going to be on Zoom afterwards. If you want to join us for just an after party with drinks and everything, message me and I'll send you the invite code if you're watching now. Thank you all for watching on the live stream and enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Father's Day and we'll see you on the Zoom.
Donate to the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yeah.
Donate to Southern Poverty Law Center. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And
Okay.
Cut and print.
Let me end it.